Having the ability to race a car at this tempo doesn't come overnight, yet it's needed to be a professional. Zach Ralston is one of many trying to achieve that goal.
Kind of show my ability, see if I have what it takes to be at this level.
His car is unique. He races an old-style steel body car, which is 100 pounds heavier, with a carbureted engine, giving him 40 less horsepower than his competition.
I'm down in equipment. What happens when you put me in a good car?
But his sponsors and funding is limited. On the side of his car reads one big contributor, his own tiling company.
I'm going to continue to work hard on my business and tile business, try to pay for it as much as I can myself.
If you're thinking, why have a second full-time job to help fund races where he drives a car that has almost no chance of winning, you don't know Zach. To do so, you have to understand where he comes from.
I started racing about 9 years old at Delaware Speedway. My dad got my brother and I a go-kart to kind of kick off our racing career there. Eventually my sister got into go-kart racing as well. We did that as a family growing up through the years.
For 2 years, every Saturday spent at the track. But aside from that course, the family became familiar with something else: tragedy. In 1998, Zach's older brother Travis was killed in a car accident.
We actually went back to the racetrack the next week after my brother was passed away because we didn't think we'd ever go back if we didn't. My sister kind of took me under her wing at that time, and she jumped right in, got herself a go-kart, and knew that I wanted to be racing, knew that that's something our family needed to do every Saturday night, otherwise we kind of separated. I was winning championships at 13, 14 years old.
Right as Zach was in the prime of his racing development, fate intervened again. 4 years after his brother was killed, Stacy, his sister, was involved in a car crash, losing her life at age 17.
That stopped everything.
2 siblings lost while in vehicles, and a career driving one meant for speed questioned.
That was kind of my dream getting smacked in the face, along with the reality smacking me in the face harder. After you lose 2 siblings, they just kind of laugh at you, or they just automatically assume that you were not getting in that car.
Zach then moved to North Carolina, working in pit crews. After 3 years of working on cars, his need to be in one came firing back.
I couldn't figure out why I wasn't doing this for myself. My crew chief made a phone call, and he got me in a car.
All of a sudden, his dream started to become reality.
I had every excuse to be a piece of crap. You know, I can blame everything on my brother and sister's passing. I just don't want to meet him at the pearly gates and get my ass kicked for that one.
Fast forward to now. Ralston raises enough funds to compete in just a handful of ARCA races a year. He's been to Daytona, Talladega, Chicago, and Iowa.
When you get in that car, it's the most intense, greatest feeling. Everybody's watching you, all the pressure's on you.
In a car that's owned and sponsored not by a product, but by his own brand, with a pit crew mixed with childhood friends, and talking with him on the radio the whole time, his father.
What do you think when he's going around there? I said, I have to let him be what he is, and if he wants to be a race car driver, that's what I have to support, no matter what happened to us. To see your son go from Delaware Speedway to Charlotte or Chicago or Daytona, Talladega, it's a feeling like no other.
And all of this to achieve his dream, carrying alongside him everything he's had to face, and going full steam to the challenges ahead.
I'm not sure if I would have this drive and passion if someone would have wrote the check for me at 21 years old and gave me a full ride. I'll be in NASCAR. I'll be driving NASCAR. There's no doubt about it. Whether I pay for it or somebody else does, it doesn't matter to me.